Hi, thanks. Yeah, I have a couple of plastic bag projects for you as well. So this is a great order of things,
Awesome.
Josie and Melissa. I teach in jewelry metalsmithing, and I had that area as well as our digital fabrication and design area in the Department of Art and Design. And it's my 19th year at UW. I'm talking about current projects. So this is the plastic bag project that lasted about 4 years. We had multiple locations at which we collected bags and then made these plastic stuffed forms, simulating a self-propagating organism in multiple stages of development. And so I was trying to turn this artificial material into this sort of seemingly unchecked and opportunistic growth. And we had public workshops with people involved. The whole thing took about 4 years, and you might still see some remnants. I also was making some wearable pieces utilizing the same materials and processes that I've developed in Making Grow. Plastic bag may be an unusual choice for making jewelry, but the wearable object itself implies preciousness, and so these pieces sort of juxtapose this idea of preciousness against the discarded artificial material that they're made out of. I'm using my making skills here very much and traditional craft processes. So on this piece, you can see this accumulation of sheet, crocheted sections, and woven surfaces all fused together. And using these traditional processes, specifically to contrast the slow labor-intensive making with the speed of refuse. These materially and time-dense objects are sort of these physical manifestations of numerous bags discarded and the time spent in these futile attempts to reclaim them. In addition to being made out of plastic bags and stuffed with plastic bags, these pieces are actually also physically weighted down to make us consider what that means to carry these materials on our bodies. So I'm thinking about time, matter, transformation, and my current project aims to explore the existence of things, but not through our human lens, but through their own unique phenomenology. My goal is to examine the separate possible lives a tree can live out when acted upon by us, changing into furniture, paper, and sometimes back again through the lens of objects themselves, the lens of these three archetypes, tree, chair, and paper. So if a tree were to intuit a chair, what would it be like? I'm growing and shaping trees into chairs through a process of bending and grafting young trees. So this piece is kind of trying to imagine the tree's conception and understanding of the chair. Over the course of 5 years, my research assistants and I are growing a number of chairs from saplings in the Linda Sculpture Garden to produce usable sculptures. In March of last year, we planted 34 saplings, and in these particular patterns, grafted multiple branches, built supports, and started bending trees into chair shapes. There's a very limited time during which the grafting can happen, but we continue to tend to the grafts and tend to the trees throughout the growing season. And here you can see some it was really exciting when the graph started taking and started leafing, and so that's one of the things that you're seeing here. Does paper remember being a tree? Are they aware of each other's and their divergent fates? Can I return paper to its original state as a tree? Can I reverse engineer a tree out of paper and chairs? Reverse the stroke? I tried to answer these questions through playing with materials. In this piece, we rolled a log out of collected newspaper, the cross-section of which starts to be sort of reminiscent of tree rings. This log has been rolled with paraffin wax as a binder, then cut in half, and the surface is finished to a smooth finish. In other experiments, we're pressing paper mulch into the sort of imagined space between the bark and a tree trunk, producing a ghostly shell. All these speculative objects attempt to see, imagine, remember a tree from a perspective of paper. And so other questions that are currently on my mind, if a tree were to foresee the existence of a chair, would the chair be organized by the tree's internal logic? Since the tree is a fractal object, would that chair imagined by that tree be fractal? Would it be a system of chairs connected by roots? Can I uncarve wood or unmulch paper or unmake a chair? I examined the methods of making as potential for these transmutations, all resulting speculative objects attempting to imagine a chair from a perspective of a tree. This sculpture object is made out of scrap wood, The largest component being a frame of an actual size chair with 4 smaller chairs coming out of which legs, which in turn have smaller chairs coming off of their legs, and so on and so on and so on. And thank you.